And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy alongside Lisa Strand-Ma'a. Lisa, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
For the Santa Barbara Gauchos, they need to execute and bombs away tonight. They need to come in with good energy and serve tough from that back line to get the Wahine out of system. And for the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, they need to slow down the Rudden girls. They're sisters, and they have been their offensive. There, take a look at Lindsay. The last time these two met up, she only had 12 kills and a total of 37 attempts. So if Hawaii can slow her down a little bit tonight, that will be a huge key to tonight's game.
As you take a look at Robin Amo in her third season, now 56-20 atop this program. The last time these two teams met, back on October 12th in Santa Barbara, it represented a gut check moment for the Rainbow Wahine. And that is a very positive moment to get this thing started as Amber Igidi just pulverizes that middle set.
And that play made completely possible by a 50-50 first contact pass right on the net and a great one-handed set by Bailey Choi.
Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Hawaii going with the same starting rotation we have seen here over the course of this recent win streak. Santa Barbara goes outside. It's Lindsay Ruddens taking a little something off. So Hawaii playing it back. Yosia goes right side to Tiffany Westerberg, and she's dug up. Here is Tallulah Froley for UCSB. She is a good one, a redshirt freshman from Half Moon Bay, California. She was in this building last year, didn't play, but was observing everything that went down as the Gauchos delivered Hawaii an imperative 3-set sweep defeat. Bump set goes out to Hannah Helvig. She's blocked and roofed. That is an area that UCSB can do some damage. They are second in the conference in blocks behind the University of Hawaii.
Both teams very good blocking teams. And again, back to that first contact when Hawaii gets a little predictable, Hannah Helvig will have two blockers on her.
Bump set goes to Helvig from off the net. And it'll be played back by UCSB. Back row set goes to Tori Glasker. Good diving save there, Noreen Yosia. Helvig another time, dug up by Zoe Fleck, the libero for the Gauchos. Froley is blocked back, little patty cake at the net. Hawaii now with it. They go middle to Igidi. A little tall was the set, but Igidi able to knuckle it down for a Hawaii point.
And a nice defensive rally there. Igidi just bettering the ball. Not a great connection, but just tipping it over.
So the Gauchos coming in 19-2 overall. Last time they met, Hawaii won that one in 3, representing the only loss in conference for the Gauchos. Hawaii 18-3, 8-2 in the league. The tip shot by Froley. Hawaii handles it. Middle set goes to Igidi. She left hands it over. So the Gauchos the other way. It's Ruddens, blocked and roped. Amber Igidi got the gist of that one, and she says,
no way is right. She got out there and she was camping out big and strong, low and tight to the net. Lindsay Ruddens, not a great approach trying to go through her.
And that gets an applause. So you know it's good because she doesn't just dish those out automatically.
Those are earned, definitely.
That's right, as Helvig serves it into the twine. We're knotted at 3 here early. Hawaii coming in ranked 21st. in the latest ABCA poll, but the number to maybe keep a closer eye on, ranked 17th in the latest RPI, Ratings Percentage Index. Here's Yosia going high and away to McKenna Ross. The tip shot played back. Hawaii now with it again. Rika Okino bump set to Helvig from the back row. That came in hot, but Fleck able to bump it up. Ruddens is dug up along the back line by Helvig. Here's Ross a second time, off the block and out. And the Rainbow Wahine jump in front. And
that's a great scramble play by the Wahine. Again, the block just slowing the ball down just enough so they could transition that ball. And McKenna Ross hitting nice and high off the hands for her first kill on the evening.
Good look there at Nicole Lantane-Welsh in her 7th season. The 19 wins to this point, already the most in any season in the Lantane-Welsh era. Ruddens, the block hadn't formed, and she just gobbled it up. Very quick to the outside. That is by design for this Gauchos offensive attack. That's right. They shoot it quick. When it's a good pass, they do a quick tempo set, and there you can see Sky Williams just not getting out quick enough. You see the numbers for Ruddens. She is quite simply one of the most prolific offensive players in the country and has been her entire career as that serve goes into the net. She finished either second or tops in the country in kills per set each of the last 2 years.
Yeah, her numbers are ridiculous. 3-time All-American, really. And here we take a look at her younger sister, Gigi Ruddens, who's now inserted into the front court as well.
That's right. There was also an older sister, Elise, who played volleyball at USC. There's Gigi. She's dug up by Helvig. Ross uncoils and uncorks one through the block and down.
And McKenna Ross seeing 2 blockers on her and just powering through. Very explosive to the ball. You gotta love what she has done. She just continues to bring energy to this team.
So Bailey Choi, she, Noreen Yosia, and Hannah Helvig, the only players for the Wahine that have played in every set this season as Ruddens hits it into the net. And Hawaii up 3.
And Bailey Choi doing a nice job with that float serve, taking a look at where her assignment is to serve. She does a jump float that has been very consistent all year long.
Choi attacking Lindsay Ruddens on the serve. The overpass, unable to put it down, was Ross. Free chance, though, here for the Wahine. Choi, middle set. Williams is stuffed. Solo style by Rowan Ennis. 6'1" junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
And Ennis has just been so steady in the middle. She looks a little unassuming, but I'll tell you what, this young lady posts a huge block.
And she's tops in the Big West Conference in total blocks, and here she is on the serve. Good pass there by Yosia. She gets the set on the outside. That one pops straight up in the air by Lindsay Ruddens. It is Gigi, though, who is forced to just send a free pass over to Hawaii's side. Here's Ross from the opposite position, is blocked back. Okino goes the other way with the bump set. The roll shot, Yosia hits the floor.
And Yosia showing her volleyball IQ, 2 blockers up on her. Great back bump set by Rika Okino, doing a fabulous job.
She has turned that into a bit of an art form, that blind back bump set. We've seen it time and time again.
It's court awareness, definitely.
So 8 serving 5, the serve by Ross. Here's Gigi Ruddens, blocked back. She saves it herself over the net. Williams, little joust at the net. It's kept alive by a diving Okino. Helvig sends it just long, no touch up front. And that's a point for UCSB. A couple of missed opportunities here in the last few sequences for Hawaii.
Again, a few unforced errors. Helvig just trying to go high off the hands and misses the hands just long on that last swing.
So now in and back to serve Olivia Lovenberg, one of 2 setters on this roster we'll see in the system for UC Santa Barbara as Williams goes off the hands and down. Sky Williams, last time these two played in California, had 7 kills, hit .545 with a pair of blocks.
She has definitely improved. I'll tell you what, she's driving hard to the ball, a lot quicker on the arm swing.
9 serving 6, it's Okino. Again, they are attacking Lindsay Ruddens in that serving game. Igiti got a hand on it. Helvig is blocked and roofed. The block was up there. Credit Denny Wilson, 6'2" freshman from Los Angeles. Right next to Ruddens.
Yeah, she's a big blocker. She was an athlete of the year at her high school and recruited by many, many schools, but she posts a high block as well.
Yeah, one of those schools, she says, was Hawaii. Igiti blocked again by Wilson. And it'll be a miss-hit called against Igiti. It'll be a lift call from the R1, Bill Forrester, and a lot of palms pointed upward, a lot of shoulder shrugs along the Hawaii bench. They didn't think there was an actual lift.
Her back was to him, and that was a clean up, but I don't think he saw it completely, so it was a quick whistle.
Choi goes high and away. Helvig pounds it off the hand. Diving save by Tori Glasker. And Ruddens will slap it across. Good handle there by Ross. Backside, Yosia down the line and in. How about Noreen Yosia? What a story she has developed into this season, Lisa.
Well, I'll tell you what a great effort by Glasker in the back court there. And then to end it, Noreen Yosia doing a phenomenal job tooling the outside hands.
See a little offense there. Yosia, though, the reigning Big West Conference defensive player of the week.
She's racking up her numbers too, as well from the service line.
A stat sheet filler each and every night. Wilson dropping the hammer hit .415 as a senior at Notre Dame High School. Part of a recruiting class that was ranked in the top 35 for UCSB this past offseason. And head coach Nicole Lantane-Welsh saying, we went out and we were looking for athletes. And Denny Wilson certainly defines that. Oh, we're going to have a joust at the net. UCSB keeps it alive. Now Lindsey Ruddins with a double block and an imposing one at that against her. She easily eschews it.
And that's amazing. She turns and has a huge block on her and finds a way again to drill that ball and put it down.
Zoe Fleck with the crowd turning up the volume knob. It's a slide to Westerberg. No blockers were up. It was dug up by Glasker and sent over. Hawaii scrambling now the other way. Helvig. Another two-hand save, Glasker. Right side, and that's Froley. Denied.
And what a great defensive play in the backcourt by Glasker, scrambling back there. Froley missing her opportunity to transition for a point.
Tallulah Froley, second on the team with 2.9 kills per set. But right now, UCSB hitting 0-62, Hawaii 0-8-0. And that a mistimed set. It falls down to the Terraflex and gives Hawaii a freebie. It's Lovenberg there, the 5'8" sophomore setter. Splits time with Ramoni Vivao, 5'7" freshman from Long Beach, California.
They run the same kind of system as Hawaii with two setters, with bigger hitters in the front court.
Well, that time it was a pounding, just ripped down to the floor, Rowan Ennis.
A definite connection there. I think she ran the play she wanted to play a little earlier with the back hit off of that play. Lovenberg, the sophomore setter, doing a nice job. And Ennis, again, plays bigger than she really is. I think she's the glue to this team, actually.
Here is Vivao with the serve, going right at Helvig. Now Ross laying the smackdown from the outside position.
That was thunderous, if you will. She completely imploded that ball with a huge seam in the block. She saw it and she took full advantage. Kenna Ross with her third kill in 6 attempts tonight.
Ross with the rocket there. 2-point advantage here for Hawaii. Kyra Hanawahine with the serve. Outside. The dig by Hanawahine. It comes towards us. Yosia keeps it alive, but Hawaii can't return it over the net. Credit the effort to Noreen Yosia.
Kyra Hanawahine getting a good hand on that ball, and then Yosia coming right into the sideline here. Thank goodness there's padding on this table.
That's right. An unabated near dig there by Hanawahine. That one came in from Lindsey Ruddins, and the block did not get a piece of it. So obviously there was some smoke tailing off of that one on the near save. Meanwhile, Ruddins goes into the net again, and her misses have been pretty bad. They've been down near the bottom tape.
If you want to miss a serve in volleyball, they teach you to miss long, not into the bottom of the net.
So 14 serving 12. Right side, again mistimed. That one was intended for Rowan Ennis. And so we are seeing the strategies playing out so far. Hawaii attacking Lindsey Ruddins in the service game. They lead by 3.
Deal Talk.
Inside the numbers presented by Heineken. And the number 12, the career Big West Player of the Week awards for UC Santa Barbara senior Lindsey Ruddins. That is a league record, most all time. So you have on one side of the net, Noreen Yosia, the reigning Defensive Player of the Week in the conference. And right there, you're looking at, once again, for the 12th time, the reigning Big West overall Player of the Week, Lindsey Ruddins.
And most of all time. That's pretty incredible.
And there's still a few weeks left here in this conference season schedule. 15 serving 12 out of the timeout. And again, Hawaii trying to make Lindsey Ruddins work. Meanwhile, Williams putting in work along that middle, going solo style on the stuff against Rowan Ennis.
Sky Williams completely committing to that block right there. That's the second block on the evening for the Rainbow Wahine. The Gauchos have 4 blocks so far.
Largest lead for Hawaii in this opening frame. High ball goes left side. The tip by Gigi Ruddins. Pinballed around, and it'll be a miss hit called against Hawaii. What do you think about the strategy that clearly the Rainbow Wahine are trying to employ here in trying to make Lindsey Ruddens work in service receive?
Well, I actually really like it because as they go after her, she's also in the backcourt. They set her often. So if she has to pass first, it's going to wear her down. I was looking at her stats. She's got like 45 attacks per game. I mean, they're setting her so many balls. They're trying to wear her out.
Well, it's her sister who puts a pounding on that overpass. Gigi Ruddens getting the kill.
And her sister got the most improved award last year in the team award, so she's really come a long way as well.
That may have been an out ball played there by Helvig. Williams in the middle. The paintbrush finds the floor. And Hawaii up 3 once again.
I like that Bailey Choi is trying to get Sky Williams involved offensively, trying to run that middle when she's got a pass that's doable.
So McKenna Ross now to serve. 17 serving 14. Good buzz in the air here throughout the arena. And a big weekend for Rainbow Wahine volleyball. Gigi Ruddens is blocked back. Scramble play here for the Gauchos. Hawaii with a free chance. Middle set. Williams sends a laser beam to the floor, and Hawaii up 4. And that'll force a UC Santa Barbara timeout. Reach for the sky indeed. Oh, get in the game with on-demand highlights of prep sporting events. Spectrum subscribers have exclusive access to Spectrum Sports Enhanced channels 13 and 1013. You can go through abbreviated highlight versions of some of your favorite prep matchups, as well as University of Hawaii sports. And so far, so good here for the Wahine in set number 1 against UCSB in a major Big West Conference showdown. Hawaii up 18-14. Lindsey Ruddens from the back row put a nice swing on it. Great dig by Bailey Choi, though, when we play on. And it's going to be a net violation called against Hawaii, and that's a bit of a bailout play because UCSB appeared to be out of sync. And so that gives the Gauchos a much-needed point there coming out of that timeout.
Much needed, and it was a bailout, if you will, but Hawaii was into the net, unfortunately.
Down the line, Helvig almost got handcuffed by that diving bump set by Bailey Choi, and Helvig puts it down. The effort by Bailey Choi, that was remarkable.
That was absolutely remarkable. A bump back set as she slides into the Heineken side, and Helvig getting another kill. And actually, she's been struggling a little offensively tonight, hitting in the negatives.
Served by Okino, and that one drifts long. So a 3-point separation. We look at the hitting percentages, and they've ticked up a few notches. You have UCSB hitting 208, Hawaii 207. But as you mentioned, some of the individual numbers perhaps a little striking. And certainly Hannah Helvig, 1 kill on 8 swings, 3 errors, hitting negative 250. Choi just fists it over. Good save there, Okino. Choi again lays out the bump set. Helvig, who finds that deep corner. That was a confident swing.
And as the match continues, I think she's going to continue to get her confidence going as well. They're really going after her on serve. They're serving her every ball, kind of like Hawaii is serving Lindsey Ruddens. The Gauchos are serving Hannah Helvig.
Interesting back and forth chess match strategy there between the two coaches. Here's Yosia. Good serve, overpass. Great diving save by Fleck to keep it alive. Ruddens blocked back. Header. Westerberg and Naijiri saying, ole.
And Westerberg getting a little emotional there at the net. You know, low and tight to the net, not letting her get used. There you see her. Got to be a little careful there.
That's right. Maybe a little too much extra sauce on the celebration. But Hawaii up a handful. Middle set. The block by Aijiri on Wilson. And Aijiri that time doing it all by herself. Timeout Gauchos. Hawaii up a half dozen here in set number 1.
And Aijiri celebrating, loving that last play. I'll tell you what, that block will change the momentum completely. When you stop their offense, the dynamics, look at the bench celebrating. They know their blocking has to be good. They're now up to 4 blocks apiece.
So your thoughts on what we have seen here? Obviously, the numbers offensively in the blocking department, even when it comes to digs, if anything, that leans slightly towards UCSB's side. And yet you look at the scoreboard, it's Hawaii by 6.
Well, I think Hawaii's putting a lot of pressure on the Gauchos from the service line, number one, but then the blocking's gotten hot. And when you start taking away the offense on your opponent's side of the net, the momentum can and will change, and points will come your way.
Hawaii looking pretty sharp here so far as we get a chance to take a look at the Jack Fact for tonight's match. Pack your bags, a win, and a broom. The road team has won the last 3 matches in the series between UCSB and Hawaii. The last 2 matches have been road sweeps. That's right. UCSB 3-0 here last October, and UH 3-0 at UCSB just this past October.
Yeah, and it was only a couple of weeks ago that these two teams met up. It seems like just almost yesterday, and they're back at it, but here in the Stan Sheriff.
Hawaii leads the all-time series with the Gauchos 42-9, but this has had the feeling of a much different UCSB season, certainly under Nicole Lantane-Welch. Gauchos have won 4 straight since that loss to Hawaii. They're coming off of a win Tuesday night against Long Beach State that got them to 19 wins. They were preseason picked to finish 3rd in the conference. But somehow Hawaii has been able to call upon its best version of itself against UCSB. We're seeing it at least in this opening frame tonight. The tip shot falls in between several Hawaii defenders and give that kill to Tallulah Froley.
Tallulah Froley, the redshirt freshman, 6 foot on the right side there, just bettering the ball. Not a great set to her, but just tipping it over, and Hawaii's defense caught off guard completely.
Fleck with the serve. Step out goes to Westerberg. Oh, and that came in hot. Some high cheddar as Tori Glasker wasn't able to handle it.
And Westerberg got a great approach on that. The timing, the set was absolutely perfect to her hitting shoulder, and she unloaded on that ball. Looks like she's having a good time.
That's right. First kill for Westerberg on 4 attempts. That serve just barely getting over the net. The block was up, though, and it's going to be a Hawaii point. A lift call against the Gauchos, and it is aloha ball in set 1 for the Rainbow Wahine.
And again, the block, they're just committing to the players across the net. They seem to have scouted them well. They know where the ball is going.
5-1 UH run. Here's Helvig serving for set point. UCSB out of system. Froley tools the block. Well done there by Tallulah Froley.
Tallulah Froley was the Big West Freshman of the Week, her 3rd.
We got all the weekly winners here on the floor tonight.
Every week, everybody gets an award.
That's right. Average 3.17 kills per set in wins over UC Davis and UC Riverside. It remains aloha ball in set 1, 18 serving 24. Again, may have been an outball played by Helvig, and then Igidi got a little bit under it and sends it long for a Gaucho point.
And let's see if the Gauchos continue to go after Helvig on this serve receive.
Vival with the serve. Does, in fact, attack Hana. Puts the pass on the money. Igidi couldn't put it down, though. Coming the other way. Right side set. That's Kaya Rivers. And she sends it long. No touch. Point for the Rainbow Wahine. And they take set 1. So unlike last year's match in this building, it will not be a sweep against Hawaii. They're up 1-0.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Hawaii taking set 1, 25-19. Sky Williams. She was pretty nice.
Unbelievable. Sky Williams, 3 kills, hitting at 400. Big block up there. One of the things she's doing really well is she's having fun. She's leading her team as well as McKenna Ross. She's banging away. She hammered and annihilated a few balls. She came out swinging high and hard. McKenna Ross doing a great job for her team, hitting at 500 right now.
Hawaii 5 total team blocks compared to 4 for UCSB. But they seem to be touching a lot of those swings by the Gauchos.
And I think their block is really where they get their energy again. Once their block starts going, you see the emotion. Look at these emotional celebrations by all of them.
Top 2 blocking teams in the conference. Diggs actually in favor of UCSB there. Hitting percentages, Hawaii going 206 versus 097. It didn't seem in the statistics to bear out the discrepancy that we actually saw on the scoreboard, but you're right, just the timing of some of those blocks, some service errors certainly for UCSB at bad times as well, contributing to what we saw in the first frame. So Hawaii strikes first. That's now 4 straight sets taken off the Gauchos here this season. But UCSB, you just get the sense they are a ticking time bomb. Once they're able to find that traction, that could change the complexion of things very quickly.
Huge factor is that Hawaii has to keep their foot on the gas pedal right now. Cannot let up. They seem to match up well with UCSB.
Pass there by Fleck. Here's Froley, dug up by Yosia, nicely done. Back row set, and Ross will two-hand it over. So chance for the Gauchos here. They go outside. Lindsay Ruddens smacks it. And that is kill number 4 for her. Was hitting 111 prior to that swing.
And the separation there is great. There's a huge hole in the block there, so give the Gauchos credit in spreading the block.
So that gets her to 200 in the hitting percentage department. Helvig will get a swing at it right here against a double block. And Helvig, who's been toiling in negative numbers, will start climbing the ladder as her family is in the house. That's right, parents Anders and Charlotte. Sis is here.
And they were actually up on the mainland following them around as well. And you gotta love the energy they're bringing in their outfits and their lays and their signs and everything.
That's right. And that's going to be a mishandle on the set there called against Olivia Lovenberg. And that's going to be a point for Hawaii. I would suggest, if at all possible, at the first given convenient opportunity, that maybe the Helvigs make their way over to the H zone. And maybe they can get hooked up with some Hawaii gear. What do you think?
I think I can't agree more. And actually, I'm sure that their daughter and sister may be happy to help them get in some Hawaii. It's blackout on Sunday, so they can wear their blackout favorite attire.
That's right. They got time. Lindsay Ruddens, by the way, that was a fireball. We're not at a 2 here in set number 2.
I think something just lit underneath her. You know, being a senior and the leader on this team, she is very aggressive and wants to win.
Great pass there by Helvig. Ross goes off the block and into the pin. Oh, they're going to say that that hit the pin first. And that's going to be a point for UC Santa Barbara.
And I think it actually did hit the pin first. After she attacked it, it went into the pin, not off of the block.
Yeah, not much of an argument from either Ross or Robin Amo. Hawaii maybe getting away with a lift on their side. Here's Ruddens. Nobody returning that one. And UCSB starting to find some rhythm here in set number 2. They're up 4-2. 3-0 run here by the Gauchos, and so a very early timeout signaled by Robin Amo. To your point, Lisa, she doesn't want to see the Gauchos get going. Chidi with an absolute smash.
You gotta love it. The connection continues to get better and better. It was almost like she had no blocker on her. But 3-foot line, 4-foot line, what'd that hit?
All I know is it bounced off of this Terraflex. Here's Wilson. Igidi got a piece of it. So Ross sets up Helvig, double block against her. It's dug up by Glasker. Lindsay Ruddens the swing, finds that deep corner. And Lindsay Ruddens with a look of aggression and assertion after that swing.
Absolutely. She is calling for the ball, saying out here, out here. She was audibilizing for that ball. That's her 10th kill in 21 attempts.
See what she did the first match against Hawaii, and it's an ace dealt out of the deck for UCSB. Zoe Fleck with her 17th ace of the season. She was 3rd on the team coming into tonight.
She's been great from the back service line all year long.
Igidi, the touch shot, pancake Pancake save, Fleck. Froley the dink. Diving save, Okino right back at you. Helvig off the fingertips of the block, saved by Glasker. Right side, it's Froley. Between the two blocks, it hadn't formulated, and she takes advantage. Gauchos up 3.
And that's where that quick offense really gets you, but you got to check out this defense by Fleck doing a great job getting her underneath, and then Okino doing the same thing on the opposite side.
Some exquisite libero play there on that sequence. May have been an out ball on the serve. Played back over. Middle set. Oh, the swipe at it by Ennis. Chance now for Hawaii. Westerberg sets up Helvig. And she smacks it down. And that, once again, gets Nicole Lantain-Welsh up out of her seat. She wanted a mishandle on the Westerberg set.
And Westerberg's set was a tempo set, if you will. It was quick and it was outside, and Helvig just gobbled that up really quickly.
12 serving 14. Good serve there by Helvig. Short hops in front of Glasker. And that's an ace for the Swede and her family, loving it.
You gotta love the sign. I can't say the first word of the country that they're holding up, but I saw the heart and Hawaii logo. From Sweden to Hawaii.
The 5th Rainbow Wahine to hail from Sweden. Outside, Ruddins right up against that end line, and UCSB gets to 15 first here in set number 2.
Hawaii's been doing a good job putting pressure on the Gauchos from the service line, but when they don't and the Gauchos pass well, that's what you get. A set to Lindsay Ruddins again.
See Ruddins with 11 kills. She had 3 through set 1.
Yeah.
So that's now 8 kills in this second frame for Lindsay Ruddins.
Well, you hit it. She came out with a little spark and she was ready to roar in game 2.
You'll see how the slide goes to Westerberg. Saved on the knees by Vivao. Lindsay Ruddins. Oh, she is spitting fire from that outside position.
And again, there you have Fleck hand setting. She's just like another setter, if you will, for their team. So if the setters dig the ball, Fleck comes in and she hand sets very well and bump sets very well.
12 kills now for Ruddins, hitting .391. You'll see her outside. Ross comes swooping in. And Ross, very forceful on that swing, goes off the block and down.
McKenna Ross, again, flying in and really giving it her all. She had one blocker on her, but she's so explosive and she's hitting so much higher right now.
The weekend on the Central Coast put in by McKenna Ross, I think most explains that turnaround for Hawaii. She hit -214 in the sweep defeat at Mott Gym against Cal Poly, as the block got a piece of Ruddins there, but it goes out. And then in the next match against UCSB, 12 kills, hitting .400 with a pair of blocks. It was that kind of turnaround for the Wahine, and Ross's performance was a microcosm of it.
I have to think sometimes it's a wake-up call. You know, hey, this is my senior year. I got to get going here. I'm getting the opportunity. I've worked really hard. She sat out the first few weeks of the season, and now look at her. She's earned herself a spot, and she's doing great things.
Back row set, Helvig off the block and out. Hawaii within a pair here in set number 2. Yeah, that was a gut check moment for this Rainbow Wahine squad, right? They had lost at home against UC Irvine, had to go 5 in a reverse sweep to beat Cal State Fullerton the next night. Then they go to the road. They get swept at Cal Poly, and they knew one more loss, any hopes of a Big West Conference championship flies out the window. And they put it together against UC Santa Barbara just when they were tested the most. Here's Ross, blocked and roofed.
It's like this team continues to do that. I mean, they seem to dig deep. They dig deep holes, and then they get out of those holes.
Yeah.
They have any reverse sweeps, you know?
Yeah.
Last week right here against Davis.
That's right. They have played well with their backs against the wall. Robin Amo would love if they just didn't put themselves in that position in the first place.
I can't agree with her more.
Williams off the hands and out.
I know Dave Soji would say the same thing years ago. He would say, why do you guys have to do this? Is it really necessary?
And there is Dave, chipping in, part of our Spectrum broadcast team tonight. Always a pleasure to have the legend himself on board. Pass over the net, and Hawaii wasn't ready. It falls in front of Sky Williams and Hannah Helvig.
That's a little bit of a communication breakdown. It's a bump kill, if you will.
Well, Lindsey Ruddins, I mean,
another kill.
Anytime she touches it, it's a potential kill.
That's right. So that's the one where you have to say, next play, move on, don't let that affect us.
Yeah, that's a big-time missed opportunity there for Hawaii. And that bump set off the mark. Helvig is blocked back. Hawaii scrambling here. Helvig tried to touch it off the fingertips. Now here is Lindsey Ruddins from the back row, blocked back, but she covers it herself. Outside the swing there by Glasker, dug up by Ross. Middle set, Williams gets it done.
And you gotta love Bailey Choi getting in there quick enough to run what we call a transition offense and get that ball to Sky Williams. Perfect dig by McKenna Ross, allowing that play.
The second set still within reach here for Hawaii, trailing by 2, 17 serving 19. They lead 1-0. Fleck with the pass. Middle set, that's Wilson, misses wide. No touch up front. Point for the Bows. They're within 1. Lantane Welsh asking how many timeouts she has. She has 2. She'll use 1 right here. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3 Big West blocks per set. Rowan Ennis is number 1. Amber Igidi is number 2. And Sky Williams is number 3. That's right, you have your top 3 blockers in the league on the floor here this evening. And as expected, a good competition brewing here. Hawaii taking the first set, 25-19. A relatively demonstrative win there for Hawaii, but very closely contested here in the second. Outside, the touch shot there by Froley. Left-handed even, gets it down.
Froley sees that ball with such a quick tempo, but it went past her right arm. So she takes her left and just dumps it in.
That's now a handful of kills for Tallulah Froley. Hawaii needs it. They go backside. It's Yosia, dug up by Fleck, back over. Igidi couldn't get it down. Right side, Froley is blocked and roofed. The great equalizer again rears its head for Hawaii as Helvig and Igidi, a freshman, stuff on that opposite position.
Helvig just got all of that literally. Great timing by that young lady. Again, the 2 freshmen.
Unreal. 6'3" and 6, we'll call it 6'3". Helvig listed at 6'2", but by all accounts, she's grown just a little bit here in this early portion, run up to the season and through the season. So Noreen Yosia goes into the net. That one is a mistimed serve that hurts a little bit.
Absolutely. And again, it's all about the timing when you get later on into the game.
Ross will two-hand it over for the Gauchos, but they botch up the reception, and they give it right back to Hawaii.
And those are the little miscues, miscommunications that can make and break you. Again, the timing of it.
Nicole Lantane-Welsh telling her team exactly what you said the Rainbow Wahine needed to do. Just flush that away. Get ready for the next sequence. Good serve there by Helvig. Outside, Lindsey Ruddins blocked back. Bump set goes to Ruddins from off the net. Took a little something off. So Okino, bump set to Ross. That's from way off the net. Double block is up. She got a piece of it. Here's Ruddins. Diving save there by Ross. You'll see a high bump set. Ross with the crack at it, dug up by Fleck. Gauchos the other way. Here's Ruddins. Roll shot. Finds the floor. Bodies hitting the deck on the Hawaii side, but they couldn't conjure up a save.
And Lindsey Ruddins has been firing away all night long, and then she pulls the trigger and rolls it in to the defense. It's got all of the defenders way back.
12 kills for Lindsey Ruddins in this set. She has 15 for the evening. Here's Ross. They need it, and she sends it long.
And there might be a challenge at this point.
I think Robin Amo is going to challenge the in-out call there.
And actually, I think it's a good call in a weird way. It was close, but again, we all know it. It's like a timeout.
That's right. It doesn't hurt you to challenge this call in this situation.
And if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
You can't take it home with you.
So, you know, slow things down, get a free timeout, talk to her team a little bit.
And who knows, we have seen stranger reversals in the replay game. We'll take a look if we can tell here. The call on the floor was out.
Ooh.
I mean, it's close. It's close from there. I'm not, the key here is you got to have truly decisive evidence. Yeah, that's awfully close.
That is very close. Well, I've discovered a new a system where you would have like a magnet in there, and so it would mark it. And I could, they should allow that, and then there doesn't have to be a challenge. You just know that it's in or out.
Well, the call will stand. I do think that's the right call. But I like your idea. Getting on the bottom floor of that thing, this could be huge.
It could be. I'm telling you.
Looking for any investors at this point, or
would you like to jump on in? The game has grown amazingly.
I got 5 on it.
Okay. I can work on that.
You'll see it goes outside. Ross. Oh, she was up on springs. Showing some bounce off the Terraflex, and Hawaii within 2.
Ross, critical swing by her. 18 attempts so far. That's her 6th kill tonight.
So Kyra Hanawahine, an important serve here. 21 serving 23 in set 2. Good pass outside. Lindsey Ruddins, the dink. Rattled around and returned. Gauchos go to Ruddins. Fingertips of the block out of piece. Hanawahine the dig tight to the net, and it's placed down by Kaya Rivers. And the Gauchos within a point of evening this matchup. And so Robin Amo will take a timeout to discuss things. We'll take a break as well. Aloha ball for the Gauchos when we return. UH Athletics reaches out to you online each week with updates and promotions through its H-Mail e-newsletter. To register, visit hawaiiathletics.com and click on the H-Mail button. It's simple and it's free. Well, UCSB with an opportunity here to even this matchup. Lindsey Ruddins, who has beasted in this second frame with the serve. Westerberg off the block and out. It tightrope walked the top of the tape. And Hawaii's still alive here in the second.
Got a little lucky on that one. It rolled an extra inch or so. Westerberg doing a good job going aggressive. Her 3rd kill, hitting at 375 right now.
So here is Bailey Choi, a senior transfer from Utah. 22 serving 24. It's still Aloha ball for the Gauchos. Ruddins comes flying in, and she finds that end line. And Lindsey Ruddins carrying her team to a victory in set 2. 16 kills on the night, 13 of them coming in the second frame. We're even Steven at the stand. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. This is an even Steven match here. 25-19 Hawaii in the first, 25-22 UCSB in the second.
I'll tell you, the kill percentage for Hawaii really good, but you know what? Ruddins came in, and you were talking about Kanoa. She just kind of basically took over. I think it was 13 kills by herself. Hawaii's blocks has been hot. Digs. Santa Barbara out digging, but again, I think that this is a very even-keeled matchup so far.
And Hawaii making a bit of a change here in the lineup. We'll get to that in a moment, but Lindsey Ruddins, you mentioned it, 13 kills in that second frame. She has 16 for the night. Her season high is 21, so she is poised and positioned to absolutely obliterate that here tonight at the Stan Sheriff Center.
It's like she woke up. You know, the 5th-year senior, she's a redshirt senior, but she really has taken her team on her shoulders.
All right, so here we go. Set number 3 about to begin. 33 attempts already for Lindsey Ruddins. I mean, she decided to just strap the Gauchos to her back and carry them through that second frame as Denny Wilson keeps the momentum going. Hawaii had the momentum certainly after set number 1, a 25-19 win there. But we saw that wither away in the second as Brooke Van Sickle added into the lineup here to see if she can provide a spark for the Rainbow Wahine. Here's Yosia, the tip shot. And then how about the second touch swing by Denny Wilson? Quick thinking there by the freshman finding that deep corner, and it's quickly 2-0 UCSB.
I think she surprised herself as well. Like, wow, I played that ball on too, and that was pretty good.
And that will help the Bows out as they get off the schneid here in the third. And Hannah Helvig will enter into the match for Bailey Choi. So a bit of a change in the system there, right, from a substitution standpoint.
Definitely, and Hannah Helvig struggling a little bit in the beginning offensively, but really the Gauchos going after her serving-wise.
Well, that helps too. A service error followed up by a service ace, and all of a sudden we're tied at 2 here in the third.
And Norenius, yeah, just a phenomenal server from that back court, just splitting that ball, going in between Ruddens and Fleck.
It's now 31 aces on the season for Yosia. Came into tonight already 5th on the career UH aces list. And continuing to climb. Here's Helvig, 2 blockers up, and she tools it. And Hawaii up 1.
And I really like Helvig on the right. Right now she's the left, but her approach to the ball on the right is a little bit more cleaner. I think she sees the court better.
Here it comes from Noreen down the line, attacks Lindsay Ruddens, who will get the high ball bump set, roll shot, diving save by Okino. Here's Van Sickle with the swing off the block and out. Brooke Van Sickle, when she has come into the game as a sub, it has worked some wonders emotionally for Hawaii.
It really has. I like to think of her as like the centerboard, you know, when you're sailing. If you bring that thing up, you drift a little, you put it down, and she stabilizes things so you can stay on course. For those sailors out there.
One of the 3 transfers from Oregon. Right side set, that's Froley unleashing. Tallulah Froley. You know, she's born on December 4th. You know who else is born on December 4th?
I think Coach Dave
Shoji, yes. I'm pretty sure different years, but yeah, the same day, the same month and day. Yeah.
Special people were born on that day.
There's actually one more who I'm pretty close to.
Oh, really?
His name is Jim Leahy.
Oh, there we go.
That's right.
I told you special people were born on that day.
Gidi with the quick hop, dug up a couple of times, and then Froley with the laser beam, too hot to handle for McKenna Ross.
And Froley coming alive, the redshirt 6-foot freshman. Really swinging away from that right side, and the Gauchos attacking more from the right side as well.
So 4 serving 4. You'll see a backside. Here's Van Sickle through the block and down. Wearing a different knee brace. That has been the appendage that has given her some discomfort here as of late. In fact, missed 3 matches with injury, but showing some pretty good lift on that one.
Yeah, it's been a nagging injury for her for quite some time, and this knee brace is supposed to help stabilize her knee.
Lindsay Ruddens cross court and log another kill for Ruddens. That's 17 on the night. What makes her so tough to handle from a defensive standpoint?
Well, gosh, you know what? She sees the court really well, but she keeps moving the ball around. She's going cross court, she's going angle, she's going tip, she's going over the block as well. She's very aggressive to the ball, and her contact point is high.
Gidi with hard angle that time and just got that sideline for a Hawaii point. Yeah, the thing about Lindsay Ruddens is she has been so good for so long, as you see another replay of kind of the short arm cross swing there by Igidi, but it's hard to imagine that there was even room for improvement for Lindsay Ruddens going into this, her senior year, as the serve by Hannah Wahine goes into the net. I mean, last year she was 2nd in the NCAA with 5.3 kills per set. That after the season she put in 2017 as a sophomore when she led the country with 5.84 kills per set. And so we asked Nicole Lantane-Welsh, like, how does she improve? I mean, already a 3-time All-America honorable mention. And she said, well, she has improved. She gets a little bit sharper each year. And in fact, this season, if you would say there was an area where you saw some marked improvement, it was in the blocking department. So, scary thought that someone who has been that effective and prolific throughout her career has gotten even better as a senior.
Yeah, that is a scary thought. And you know, it's nice to hear. You want them to be getting better. You hope they're getting better. And she's been such a huge factor of getting UCSB back on the map. 3-time All-American. Amazing player.
Rivers getting the kill there. She's giving the Gauchos some good contributions here tonight. See what she did on Tuesday in their last win against Long Beach State. 7 serving 7. Here's Ross. The block hadn't formed. Dug up over the net. Swing by Yosia. Gets it down.
And Yosia being a little quiet offensively tonight, but again, her volleyball IQ so good. She sees the overpass and she just goes up, and she doesn't try to hit it straight down. She just hits it enough so that it does get down. Her 3rd kill on the evening.
And Yosia specializes in double-doubles. She even has a handful of triple-doubles in her career. Heck, she came within a couple of swings of a quad-double on the road last week.
These double-doubles, triple-doubles, it almost sounds like a different sport, right? You're like, wait, what is it? What are these people talking about,
That's right?
So when she gets over 10 digits in 2 categories is what we're talking about. But she's really racked them up, absolutely.
Chance for Hawaii here. Choi goes middle to Williams. Little bit mistimed. The save by Fleck. Ruddins from the back row. And it's those kinds of sequences that will drive Robin Amo crazy. Hawaii with the distinct advantage, but a mistimed set to the middle. Perhaps a decision that she would have liked to have seen go another way. And all of a sudden, Ruddins strikes again.
Absolutely, and it's a quick tempo set out of the backcourt, so it really doesn't give Hawaii an opportunity to set up their defense.
Serve goes wide, and Hawaii up a deuce.
But they'll take that opportunity.
Sure.
Why not? Serve out, it's a free point. That's the thing about rally scoring. The serve is so critical.
So here is Erika Okino, a redshirt junior, but she will basically be celebrated on senior night with the seniors at the end of this season. As Froley is swooping in again.
Yeah, Rika's decided to forego because she redshirted her freshman year, so she's going to forego. She's going to be graduating and moving on and getting on to her career, civil engineering.
Good pass there by the civil engineering major as Yosia is dug up, and that's going to be a mishit called against the Gauchos. The gasp from the crowd came before the whistle.
The gasp from the crowd made the call. They need to do that a little bit more often.
Yeah, that's right. Louder gasps, please.
Come on.
If you're Robin Amo.
Could have a signal for that one.
11 serving 9. And it's Noreen Yosia behind the line.
And let's see if she goes for her jump serve down the line to Lindsay Ruddins, which is where she scored the last time she served a couple of points immediately.
So amid all of that reset, Bill Forrester issuing the Gaucho bench a yellow card. A little too vehement in their arguments on some of these decisions. Two-hand save there by Okino. Yosia ran out of room.
So Cleo Baxter getting up off the bench and yelling at the defense to keep it simple. I think they want them to not react so quickly, just to relax a little bit more on defense and not try to make it a perfect dig.
Good pass there by Okino. Right side, it's Van Sickle. And they're going to call that long. It certainly looked in from this angle in live time. Robin Amo does not appear as though she is going to challenge that. Now, we aren't at the best vantage point looking across the ways to the baseline, but let's see in the replay, it looks in. Rejoining live action here, Lindsay Ruddins over the double block and down. Are you surprised Robin Amo did not challenge that?
I'm not, because I actually thought it was long myself from where I'm sitting, which is right next to you. But she just wanted them to move on because the call was so quick and sudden. Maybe she saw it out as well.
Sure. One hand set. You'll see it to Igidi. Two-hand save. Ruddins gets the set back. Roll shot. Diving save by Yosia. And then Igidi handcuffed off the twine. And now all of a sudden the Gauchos roll and they've ripped off 4 straight. They lead by a pair.
And Hawaii just trying to slow it down a little bit, wiping up the court here. Interestingly enough, It's almost like I would move Hannah Helvig to the right to take care of Lindsay Redden and move Brooke Van Sickle left. The matchup to me would seem a little bit more equal.
13 serving 11. They attack Helvig. She passes it over the net. And it is put down by Rowan Ennis.
And there's not a lot that Noreen Iosia could do on that play. If that looked funny to you people at home, she's in the backcourt, so she could not actually jump.
That's right.
And block that ball.
How about the service run being put together by Fleck here? That's 5 straight points. Hawaii trying to find some traction. Van Sickle is blocked. Helvig, they need it. She gets blocked, but it finds its way down on the Gaucho side.
A much-needed point to stop that run.
So some moments being taken to wipe perspiration off of the Terraflex. You can tell how meaningful this match is just by the reaction of the benches on just about every point.
There's a lot of emotion going on. That is for sure.
Van Sickle to serve. They go right side. That's Froley blocked back. It is returned, though. Good scramble play by the Gauchos. Here's Ross. Big swing. Got the touch. Gets the point. And Hawaii gets within one.
I'm going to tell you what, the weight room is paying off for McKenna Ross because she really hits a heavy ball. That's her 7th kill in 20 attempts this evening.
13 serving 14. Van Sickle gets it in. In fact, she gets an ace.
And those are the best kinds of points. Easy, jump float, bottoms out for a big point.
Ace number 2 for Hawaii from number 2, Brooke Van Sickle. And tried to target Lindsay Ruddens, maybe attempting to be too precise at sails wide. Point for the Gauchos. They're first to 15. Oh, we got a good one brewing here in the third. Rival Fresno State is in town, and the Hawaii football team is ready for battle. It's always a good one when the Bows and Bulldogs get on the field. Catch the action live tomorrow, 5:15 p.m. on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view. Order now with your remote on channels 255 and 1255. Both Fresno and Hawaii with a pair of losses, each in conference play. A win by the Rainbow Warriors would keep them right there in the Mountain West Division chase. And of course, just a few weeks away from hosting the division frontrunner San Diego State. So, opportunity knocking for the Bows. Rainbow Wahine, meanwhile, trying to take advantage of the opportunity knocking here against UC Santa Barbara, one of the frontrunners in the Big West Conference standings. But Rowan Ennis putting up the wall on the outside against McKenna Ross.
Ennis and Rivers both in on that block. Ennis just reinserted into this game.
Overpass, smacked down by Lindsay Ruddens.
And these opportunities are being created by the setter Ramoni Vivo. She's serving a very difficult ball to pass.
And they are just finding Hannah Helvig wherever she is on the floor. This time they go to Van Sickle. Iosia goes outside Ross, 2 blockers up. They got a good chunk of it. So the bump set goes to Ruddens, roll shot, saved there by Iosia. Okino goes right side. Here's Helvig, blocked and roofed. The Gauchos impenetrable at the net on the last few sequences. That time it was Ruddens and Ennis. Timeout Hawaii. They trailed by 4 in the third. Well, Hawaii 1, UCSB 2 in conference blocking. Tonight, though, that's been flipped officially. The Gauchos with 8 total team blocks compared to 7 for the Rainbow Wahine.
They're right on it. They've put in a big front lineup, and Hawaii's offense has become a little bit too predictable, if you will. High and outside, allowing the blockers to get out there and set up.
Joining live action, Vival the save on the tip shot there by Ross. Here's Ruddens, pounds it off the hands. Hawaii coming the other way. Ross, the tip shot, rattled around and returned. Will it go long? It was played by Van Sickle. Amber Igidi in the middle puts an end to a lengthy rally.
A little confusion on that play, but Van Sickle not sure if that ball was in or out, and the coaching staff saying, hey, good job playing it. You know, if you think twice about it and you don't know, play it.
So 15 serving 18. Amber Igidi now with 5 kills. How about UCSB hitting 579 right now in the third set? Ruddins, the dink. Good call there by Ross as she handles it. Back row set. Van Sickle with a lightning rod.
Brooke Van Sickle just so explosive out of the backcourt, so unassuming. You look at her and her size, and you don't even ever expect that much firepower to come out of her.
And just levitates off of the floor. Slide, good dig there by Yosia. Hana Wahine sets up Helvig with a blasty blast.
And that's a perfect set for her. It was a little bit off so that she could move the ball around. Kyra Hana Wahine doing a fabulous job coming in and bump setting it. Not too high, but keeping her off the net.
Not too high, not too far, and Helvig pulverized it. That is her 10th kill of the match. So she enters into double figures. Lindsay Ruddins on the other side, she is far in front. 21 kills, which matches a season high, and we're only in the third in a 1-1 match.
It's a scary thought. And there's 44 attempts, and she's hitting a clip of 409. And it's consistent. It's been that way for 4 years now.
Well, Hawaii's showing some fight. You knew the Gauchos would, right? I mean, just the nickname, right? The Gauchos, associated with South American cowboys and known to be prideful, known to never give up. And we saw the turnaround here in this match.
Known to always be a thorn in Hawaii's side. Used to be Long Beach State.
That's right.
And now the Gauchos have really become that one, and Cal Poly, of course.
Well, it's a lot of landmines in this Big West now. Let's check in with Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kuno. Well, on the Santa Barbara sideline, they're talking about the out-of-system plays, mainly when Santa Barbara cannot get a good pass, and what they should do if they have to set the high ball outside. They're saying to Lindsay Ruddins, hey, hit line, attack Hawaii's line, or tip the ball over the block. For the Hawaii sideline, they're talking about their passing. The passing really breaking down. Robin Amo Santos taking a lot of time to really talk to her team about their positioning with their platform. Back over to you guys.
Getting technical over there in the huddle, Lisa.
You gotta love it. Thank you, Ryan. We want to know what's going on and what those coaches are saying.
17 serving 18. And Hana Wahine gets the signal from Kaleo Baxter as to where to try to place this serve. She goes right at the libero fleck. They go right side, and Lindsay Ruddins hammers it for her 22nd kill. Gauchos back up 2.
You wonder if she ever gets like fatigued or tired or, like needs a break. Doesn't she look exhausted?
And she must have a rubber arm. Because you're right, that's 45 swings. Great serve, forces the overpass. And Ennis is the beneficiary. The passing in serve receive for Hawaii since set 1 has gone a bit down a notch, right?
It has, and they've really got to try to refocus on that first contact ball and make that their #1 priority. Because without that first pass, they're not going to have a lot of success.
Good one there. Here's Helvig. But the block getting good chunks of these Hawaii swings. Glasker. And we are starting to see the confidence oozing from the Gauchos. They're back up 4 here in the third.
Glasker gets up. She gets up, and she just drills this ball hard for her first kill.
Played 2 seasons at Utah, as mentioned. Was on a team that made it to the Sweet 16 in 2017. The setter of that team, Bailey Choi, now setting for Hawaii as Van Sickle goes long with it from the back row. And Robin Amo, who has 1 timeout left, is going to use it right now. Well, Hawaii showing a little burst, gets within 1, and then the Gauchos rip off 4 straight points. And they got some breathing room here down the stretch in the third.
Too many unforced errors. You have these opportunities and then you hit long or whatnot. I think it's a great timeout to try to reconnect and regroup. Even when the passing is good, UCSB has been able to put a little bit of a soft block up or dig.
Gauchos 10-1 at home this season, 5-1 on the road. So looking to better that record, and would be a good time to find their road game or further secure their road game because they're playing, including tonight, their next 4 matches on the road here as we start to turn down that final pull of the Big West Conference regular season schedule.
Well, it's a scary thought, too. In the month of September, they went 11-0. So September was a good month for them, and we just passed, we passed October. We're in November. We got to change things around here.
That's right. They went 17-12 last season, finished 4th in the Big West Conference at 9-7. Then they lost to Fresno State in a 5-set thriller in the opening round of the NIVC postseason tournament in Vegas. But from that team, 5 returning starters, 12 returning letter winners. They add in a top 35 recruiting class to this year's roster. And Nicole Lantane-Welsh, she felt like she had a group that could do some promising things. And certainly that has been how it's played out. Now, they certainly can still improve in some areas, but 19-2 to this point in the season, just outside knocking on the door of the top 25 in the others receiving votes category. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
So here is the serve from Lindsay Ruddins. Okino puts it on the money. Set goes outside. Ross blocked and roofed. It landed out of bounds, but it touched Rossi last. And so now that's 5 straight UCSB points. We have not seen a lot of fireworks from the middle position offensively for Hawaii. Obviously, that's associated with the passing, right?
Absolutely, and Skylar Williams has been doing a phenomenal job all night.
And Van Sickle somehow plugs it through that triple block. Yeah, we saw some tremendous middle play earlier in this match. I'm just saying over the last stretch or so in this set, it's quieted down a bit.
Definitely has. And again, it comes with that first contact, that first pass. Cannot run the middle with not a good pass.
So 18 serving 23. Big time uphill climb here in front of Hawaii. Back row, that's Lindsay Ruddins. May have been an out ball, 2-hand save, Van Sickle. The middle set, Williams touches it down. Did you see on the serve by Choi, she was targeting Lindsay Ruddins, and Zoe Fleck literally stepped in front of her to receive the serve.
Yeah, and I think she's been instructed to do that. They're doing a 3-person receive right now, but Zoe Fleck is going to cover more court so that it'll free up Lindsay Ruddins to be an attacker.
That time she couldn't get there. Good pass, though, by Ruddins. Oh, but the set a little mistimed there. And it winds up a point for the Rainbow Wahine, 20 serving 23.
And this is a great rotation for the Rainbow Wahine with Bailey Choi serving. She's got an aggressive serve, and with Sky Williams in the front court. I really like this rotation.
And we're going to have a challenge. It'll be Nicole Lantane-Welsh challenging a touch on that play. Now, that was Tasia Farmer, a 6-foot freshman, number 21 from Highland, Utah, who was on the swing there for UC Santa Barbara. They're going to try to see if there was a touch on that ball, I believe. I don't think they're challenging a net violation. I'm looking for a touch here from the Hawaii side of the net.
In other words, so that it's not 4 contacts on the Gauchos.
And from that angle, tough to tell. Maybe at the very end there it comes into some doubt, but Wayne Lee already off with the headset.
Yeah, unless the Wahine are really good actresses, there was no touch.
That was a Denise Hansen-like review there in terms of the length and duration of that thing.
We like those.
That's
Quick
right.
reviews.
Quick reviews.
Move along.
20 serving 23. A lot of work here to be done for Hawaii if they want to get back into this third set. And there it is again. Glasker, the roll shot. Blocked by Hawaii. Glasker a second time, bigger swing, and she goes through that double block.
Getting a little lucky, hitting off the top of the tape there. Glasker playing in the front court right now. She's been mostly playing in the back court.
That's right. She's one of those stat sheet fillers. Averaged 2 kills and 3 digs per set last year, but has transitioned into being more of a primary defensive specialist this season. Showing some offense once again here tonight. Aloha ball here in the third for UCSB. They go right side. Rivers, that one doesn't get over the tape. So a point for Hawaii.
And Glasgow is an interesting story. Her mom was her high school coach. I thought that was pretty cool. And her dad played minor league baseball with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, that's right, Mom Melissa, her coach at Bingham High School in Utah. She was the 21st rated prospect in the state of Utah, according to Max Preps.
Stayed home and then headed to Santa Barbara. 2 years. Played in Utah for 2 years. And
that's right. Nicole Lantane Welsh, happy that she ultimately matriculated to Santa Barbara. Here's the serve by Ross. It remains Aloha ball here for the Gauchos in the third. Swing there by Farmer. Easy pickings on the dig for Ross. Van Sickle roll shot. Right there is Vival. Here's Rudden from the back row. The save by Choi. Yosia eyeing away. Van Sickle tried to tool the block. Hits the pin instead. And it's a point for UCSB. And they have the Rainbow Wahine up against the ropes at the Stan Sheriff Center, leading 2-1 in a crucial Big West battle. Welcome back. HMSA's dental plan is all about winning smiles. Right now, the smiles belong to the UCSB Gauchos. After dropping set number 1, 25-19, they have bounced back in a big way, taking sets 2 and 3, led by Lindsey Ruddens, who had 3 kills in the opening frame. She now sits on 22 kills for the night. That is a season high, and that has sort of been the thing with this Hawaii team, right? It's kind of like looking into a kaleidoscope. You never know what you're gonna see from night to night, and heck, even from set to set. And here we are now entering set number 4, and Hawaii gonna have to play some catch up.
they really are. And, you know, they have to just switch their brain to the on, just like the Gauchos did in game 2, where they flipped it. They flipped the switch, and they came out a completely different team. Hawaii's lineup might have to change as well, because the energy just didn't seem to be as good nearing the end of that third game right there.
Well, the crowd knows how important this match is, and certainly they realize there is no room for error here for the Rainbow Wahine. Trailing 2-1, trying to stay within step of the teams at the top of the standings. Coming into the weekend, Cal Poly and UCSB atop the standings in the Big West Conference.
No, and they know that. They know that their back kind of is up against the wall, and that they control their own destiny, truly. And Coach Robin Hamo has told them that all season long.
So Noreen Yosia to serve to start set number 4. Lindsey Ruddens pops it straight up in the air. Here's Froley, the tip shot right at Helvig. So Hawaii with a chance here. Here's Van Sickle, winds up, uncoils, and unleashes. Positive start for the Bows in set 4.
So this is a great start. I love when Noreen Yosia starts in the back. It's her aggressive serving, and when Brooke Van Sickle's on the left, this is a nice rotation for Hawaii.
Van Sickle now with 5 kills here tonight. And a good serve by Yosia. How the heck did Fleck make that pass? Meanwhile, Ruddens caught a bit of the tape there. Van Sickle, the tip shot. Down the line, Glasgow had it covered. Froley, a solo blocker up. Hawaii returns it. Diving save Glasgow to keep it alive. And a free chance here for Hawaii. Can they cash it in? Igidi off the fingertips of the block and down. Bodies hitting the floor every which way. Effort all over the place. And Hawaii up 2-0.
You have got to absolutely love this scrambling. It's very unorganized, but it's working, and bodies are definitely flying.
You see the kill total for Amber Igidi, and hearing it, a piece of very pointed direction coming from Robin Amo in between the cheers after that last kill.
And that's what Amber Igidi just loves. She loves the support that she's continued to get. And she's, remember, only a freshman.
How about Fleck? Just to keep those serves up. Diving save over the net by Okino. Joust at the net. Another battle above the tape. It's won by Denny Wilson.
I'll tell you what a phenomenal dig by Okino in the backcourt. She dove after that ball, and that ball had some serious heat. I believe it was with her left hand to bring that ball back up.
1 serving 2. Again, they attack Helvig and serve, receive, but that time
It actually worked back against the Gauchos because she stuck a pass. Amber Igidi had a swing in the middle with no blockers up.
You gotta love that, going behind the setter, and give credit to Iosia setting a great back set to Igidi.
3 serving 1. Van Sickle attacks Ruddens. She'll get the set on the outside. A quick set. She's blocked. Knuckles it back across. Hawaii now with it. You'll see a right side. Helvig blocked, but Van Sickle had it covered. You'll see it goes the other way to Ross. The tip shot. Right there is Lovenberg. Gauchos on the attack. It's Froley. Pushes it deep. So Hawaii now on the offensive. Ross can't get it down. Bump set goes outside to Ruddens. With some divinity. Gets the point for the Gauchos.
These teams are in complete battle. And during the battle, I believe it was Rowan Ennis lost her shoe and actually picked it back up and put it on during the middle of the rally.
Gutsy point there for the Gauchos. 23 kills now for Lindsay Ruddens. And the serve by Vivao. She caused some trouble from the service line in that last set. Here is Helvig. Diving one-handed save by Vivao. And Glasker flat-footed sends it over. Hawaii the other way. Igidi in the middle. Popped up by Fleck. Fleck starting to ring up the dig numbers here in this match. Helvig off the bump set, a little tight to the net, somehow squeezed it across. Here's Lindsay Ruddens, dug up by Okino, that was money. Ross with the swing. Chased down on the second touch after the Fleck dig, and we play on in a marathon sequence. Igidi misses the floor wide, and UCSB wins a long one.
The battle is real. You gotta love the effort on both sides, but Okina's defense has really lit things up. She is in the right place at the right time.
Three serving 3. Ross, the tip. Ennis, the dig. Here's Ruddens. Was drifting outside beyond the antenna and was still able to stick it through that double block. She is pretty spectacular.
And the Gauchos are very smooth right now. They know their roles and their systems. And Fleck, I'm telling you, she puts up some amazing sets. That was her setting again on that off play.
Good pass there, Van Sickle. Right side, it's Helvig. Solo blocker up, and she eats it up. 11 kills now for Hannah Helvig. How important is it to see her get going here for the duration of this match?
Oh, it's huge. And I like, again, I'm going to say this again and again, I like her on the right side. I think that she's better on the right side. I think that she's more efficient on the right side. Plus, she's lining up with Ruddens to block her.
They go slide. That's Ennis dug up by Yosia. Hana Wahine bump sets it to Ross. She is roofed. That was Kaya Rivers. Actually flip-flopping positions with Rowan Ennis. Ennis was out near the pin. Rivers had the inside angle, and she stuffed it.
And that's what the Gauchos do sometimes. And I saw this a lot when I was watching them earlier in the year. They have their middle blockers switch it up often. So Ennis will come out to the side, and Rivers will stay in the middle.
Riley Wagner sent into the match here, 6-foot freshman from Dublin, Ohio, trying to provide something for Hawaii. And how about some instant offense from the Frosh?
Well, she's a competitor, let me tell you. She contributed very early on in the season. She was a starting 6-rotation player for a long time. And I think that's a great substitution call by Robin Amo.
And this is a first look at Riley Wagner for UCSB. She did not play in that match against the Gauchos up in California back on October 12th.
Little fresh blood out there.
Back row, Lindsay Ruddens. The tape slowed it down, but then Williams whiffed on the middle set. That connection between Choi and Williams has been so calculated and so good all season long. That miss right there just seems mystifying.
Yeah, very mystifying. Actually, this is only the second error, if you will, by Sky Williams. And I don't even know if she really has to take the error because the set was not on target.
Wagner, cross court, didn't get all of it. Diving save there by Ruddens. Glasker making an impact on that outside position.
And Glasker in for Gigi Ruddens, who has not participated in the last 2 games. So Glasgow normally playing only backcourt, but now front court duties as well.
That's right, only averaging 0.7 kills per set coming into tonight as Yosia wanted the touch, didn't get it. It goes long. She's looking back at the bench, wants Robin Amo to challenge. I don't think that challenge is coming. Hawaii trailing by 3, and it is now or never time, you get the feeling, Lisa.
Absolutely, and again, the first contact, I like that they're setting Noreen. I think that she should be set a little bit more because I think offensively, she's pretty tough.
That was a tough block. I mean, a forceful Ruth Rivers next to Wilson, and that forces a Hawaii timeout. UCSB asserting itself and starting to take control at the SFC. Welcome back. Time now for the Akamai Roofing Report. We'll take a look at some blocking numbers here, as UCSB has actually been the superior blocking team. 11 total team blocks for the Gauchos in this one compared to 7 for Hawaii. UCSB in this 4th set hitting .250. Hawaii flatlining it at the moment, Lisa.
Yeah, Hawaii's struggling, definitely. I think Hawaii's setting has been a little bit off as well. It's just not as consistent as it should be.
Gauchos digging everything up. Okino doing a little bit of that too. Van Sickle from the back row. Dug up by Rowan Ennis over the net. Yosia unable to handle it was Ruddins. Give the kill to Noreen, but Rowan Ennis, who is a middle blocker, was over there looking like a libero in the back row.
Yep, playing the whole thing out. But she's got some experience behind her as well. She's a junior redshirt. She took a medical redshirt year.
So Hawaii trailing by 3. They go right side. That's Rivers, dug up by Okino. Van Sickle goes hard angle, and it just trickles in along that sideline. They have some attendance numbers here tonight. Tickets issued over 6,300 through the turnstile. 5,101. But boy, have they been active and boisterous, and boy, have they been waiting for an opportunity to erupt.
They definitely have, and I'm not sure what they're booing right now, but they're booing something that's going on. They're very vocal.
I think we're going to have a challenge here is what. I think UCSB is going to challenge whether or not that Van Sickle hit was in. The line judge right down the line. You have the R1 who's sitting right at that call as well.
In and out, and it looks like the point actually went to UCSB.
Okay, so the call by the line judge, this is the second time we've seen an overrule between the R1 and the line judge. So just to get us all straight here, yeah, the call was actually ultimately out. The in call by the line judge overruled by Bill Forster. So this is a Hawaii challenge, challenging that call was in, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get a reversal off of that replay. Wayne Lee already off with the headset, and he will uphold the call. And the right call, you would imagine, on the overrule by Bill Forrester.
Yeah. And Brooke Van Sickle thought at some point that she thought she was a little lucky on that as well by her reaction.
So here is Olivia Lovenberg with the serve. Middle set Williams, dug up by Lovenberg. So Fleck bumps sets back row to Lindsay Ruddins, who just touches it over. Choi, middle to Williams. Wilson blocked it back. Choi, this time goes right side to Yosia. It's dug up by Ruddins. UCSB picking everything up right now defensively. Hawaii needs to find a way. Williams finds the way. Even Zoe Fleck couldn't conjure up a save.
And Sky Williams, that's what she wants and needs to do for her team, is that quick arm swing, keep driving in the middle. It's her 8th kill on 15. I like that Bailey Choi is continuing to go back to her.
They have had such a great chemistry between them throughout the year. Hawaii needs it as much as any right now.
And her hitting percentage has been good all year, and tonight it's at .312. So yeah, you got to feed the people who are giving you your production.
That's right. Sky Williams entering the match. Tops in the Big West Conference in kill percentage, as Froley is blocked back. This time from off the net. May have been a miss hit by Ruddins. At least the crowd wanted it. Van Sickle duck up by Fleck. That's dig number 18 for her. Froley dug up by Wagner.
but this is going to find its way into the seats. Tallulah Froley, I mean, she throws fireballs from the outside position.
And a young one at that. But UCSB's defense, they are coming up with everything. And it's almost like the Wahine are hitting harder and harder, but they continue to come up with balls.
UCSB by 4. Here's Yosia, tried to go deep corner. The save by Lovenberg. Here's Ruddens, double block up. Okino with the dig. Back row set, it goes to Wagner. What a layout, second touch there by Fleck. Van Sickle tried to catch him napping, but it turns into a freebie for the Gauchos. Froley off the block, kept alive by Yosia. Here's Van Sickle, big swing, dug up by Ruddens. Right side, it's Froley, tight to the net. Van Sickle blocks it, and it finally ends up a point for the Rainbow Wahine. But UCSB is making life so difficult for Hawaii at this juncture of the match.
And Hawaii continues to swing away, change things up, but UCSB continues to come up with ball after ball. And you can see a little bit of frustration on the Wahine's faces. Long rallies.
I mean, they're catching some of these sets flush. Those are hits and swings that they don't feel usually get returned. But UCSB is scooping everything right now. And that's an ace by Noreen Yosia.
And that's exactly what she needs to dial her team back up and into this match.
Well, we were talking defense. Right now, UCSB out-digging Hawaii 62-52. They have 4 players in double figures, including 18 digs for Zoe Fleck. On Hawaii's side, Rico Okino with 14 digs and Noreen Yosia with 12. Here's Froley through the block and down. Just finding the pukas.
Yep, she continues. They set her on the right side. She's got a nice high contact on the ball. 11 kills for her, swinging high off of the blocker's hands.
Just a freshman, a redshirt freshman, but a freshman nonetheless as Fleck sends it into the netting.
Well, Hawaii will take that because they need that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're going to need a few little lucky breaks right now.
If you're just joining us, Hawaii trailing 2-1 in a must-win if they want to stay in the hunt for a Big West Conference championship, as Froley, a rare error, sends it long. And now we're going to get a challenge from Nicole Lantane-Welsh. She wants to challenge the in-out call. Don't you get the feeling that opposing coaches don't always have the television coverage in their home venues? When they come out here and that replay challenge card is at their disposal, they seem to use it with such a great amount of enthusiasm.
Oh, they do. Like, I got this one. It empowers them. You know, like, I got power in this call. We saw that a lot earlier this season.
Well, Lantane-Welsh was thinking about it. In fact, her coaching staff was talking to our crew, trying to ask exactly what camera angles were employed for the replay. They wanted to make sure that they knew what they would potentially be looking at and what areas of the court were perhaps most visible. What do you think about that one?
Well, I think it's a good call by them because they're new to it. They don't get these opportunities as much on the mainland. And she has a very young coaching staff. Her coaching assistants have only been in for 3 years.
Is there enough here to reverse the call? A little discussion here from Wayne Lee. And it will be a reversal. Point for UC Santa Barbara.
And had she not challenged that and knew the rules, like the camera crew and staff had told her, they might not have gotten that point.
So the scoreboard now 13-10 UCSB. A huge reversal in terms of the score.
Little confusion on the substitution, I believe.
We're trying to get the rotation straight.
It's one more rotation, I believe.
So Wayne Lee will try to iron out some of that.
They're really trying, they're asking, like, where are we in our lineup is basically, and you can do that legally. You can say, I need a lineup check, where are we?
And so the point goes to UCSB. The substitutions now are made, and Ramoni Vival back to serve.
The freshman setter. She's doing an amazing job, a freshman, running the offense on this team.
And she has been a stalwart at the service line. Right side, it's Helvig. Oh, and that caught Glasker up in the grill.
And she's chuckling at it big time. She knew she was in the right place, but she almost got knocked down on that ball.
Some high heat there from Hannah Helvig, who now has 12 kills. Hannah Wahine the serve. They go outside to Ruddins. Took a little something off that time. Kill number 25 for Lindsay Ruddins. And it's not as though she's hitting high volume, low percentage. She's hitting up near 350.
And it's 61 attempts so far. Oh, that's a lot of balls to be swinging at. Kind of reminds me of years ago with Nikki Taylor.
Yeah. Helvig off the block. Good chase down there by Fleck. Back row it goes to Ruddins. Layout save Okino to keep the sequence alive. Wagner by the double block. Dug up by guess who? Fleck. Glasker now blocked back. One hand set goes outside to Glasker. Coaching staff wanted a miss hit there. It winds up a point as Williams is able to settle the score.
And again, another long rally, and you gotta love the work ethic of Sky Williams. She's huffing and puffing a little bit because she's moving all around the front court and driving every single time to get set.
These teams are battling. You gotta love it. A match that's at a competitive level befitting a match between two conference contenders. Two-hand free chance here for Hawaii. Williams in the middle. Ennis got a piece, so Ruddins plays it back. Williams the save. Choi bump set to Yosia. Big time scramble, out of sync action on Hawaii's side. Same goes for the Gauchos. Hawaii now in rhythm. Williams off the block. Diving save by Rivers. Glasker is dug up. Right side it goes to Yosia. Off the block. Played off the net by Rivers. Vival sends it over. First touch there by Okino. Wagner is dug up by Vival. Here's Glasker trying to put an end to it. That's dug up by Van Sickle. Hawaii coming the other way. Wagner. And it'll be a violation against Hawaii. Bailey Choi coming underneath the net. And another monster marathon sequence claimed by UC Santa Barbara.
And a little frustration there, only because Bailey Choi almost got to that ball. She was a little too tight across the center line. Wagner just annihilated that ball too.
Off the net played by Choi. Yosia. The crafty spike off the high hands.
And Yosia showing her leadership and her expertise, her IQ. Set a little too tight. She's got a huge block up on her. And she's like, I'll just aim out, high and out.
UCSB hitting 219 for the set. Hawaii under 100. And yet still within two here. Ruddins misses the floor wide. No touch up front. And it's a point for the Rainbow Wahine.
Oh my goodness, she made an error. It has been so rare that she has made an error.
Just her fourth of the match to go along with her 25 kills on 65 swings, Lisa.
Just amazing.
The serve goes long by Wagner. Another ill-timed service error for the Rainbow Wahine, just when they had a chance to tie this thing up in the fourth.
Just when we're closing in, the untimely errors. Then you got to turn around and go, okay, I got to pass the ball. You think they're going to go after Riley Wagner?
We'll see. Served by Levenberg. Goes long. They were looking in the direction of Riley Wagner there. Good call.
Absolutely.
So 15 serving 16. Hawaii running on pure guts right now. They have not been crisp. There has not been since that first set, a night of sharp play for the Rainbow Wahine. UCSB much sharper on their side. Here's Glasker. That went into the net. I think they're going to give the roof to Hawaii. And we knotted up at 16 in the fourth.
And again, Okino doing a nice job keeping the pressure on Lindsay Ruddins, going after her from corner to corner with that deep float serve.
You look at the stats, it's amazing to think that Hawaii is tied, but no longer. Another service error.
That's when I really dislike rally scoring. Just, you get rewarded for making an error.
How about that?
It might be contagious. I doubt it, but it could be.
There's members of the Rainbow Wahine basketball team. Hey, their season gets going on Tuesday against San Diego State. Laura Beeman's crew taking the brand new hardwood here at the Stan Sheriff Center. We look forward to bringing you that one. You'll see it with a blasty blast, but Fleck puts it on the money. Froley, the tip shot. Van Sickle got a fingertip on it. Igidi tried to put it down, couldn't do so. Ruddins the swing, dug up by Yosia. So Okino backstepping, sets up Wagner from the back row. Misplayed by Glasker. And Hawaii, after all of that, is in front. Timeout Gauchos. The Rainbow Wahine have a life. Hey, come visit the new Spectrum store at Pearl Highlands Center above Sam's Club. Learn about Spectrum Mobile and get the best devices, latest technology, and coolest accessories. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, and Sundays, 10 to 6. Well, Amber Igidi, what do you think? Is she enthused? My word.
My goodness, she's just got such great emotion and gets so involved.
You'll see a tickle the tape on the serve. Ruddins on the outside with Hawaii leading by 1 in a must-win fourth. Van Sickle, the tip shot, sniffed out by Lovenberg. They've done that really well defensively, have the Gauchos. But then Froley sends it long. No touch up front. Point for Hawaii. They're up 2 after scoring 3 straight.
And again, I talked about this earlier being a very good rotation for Hawaii. When Noreen Iosia is back there serving, this seems to be one of their stronger rotations. Got a huge front lineup right now with Igidi, Helvig.
What a serve. An ace. Noreen Iosia, when it gets tightest, when the tension is most thick, she continues to deliver.
I'll tell you what, there's something about that senior leadership, you know, and the competitiveness, and she's so composed. She doesn't show a ton of emotion, but she leads by example, and she's done that all year long.
I mean, we have seen it time and time again here. UC Davis, the last time the Rainbow Wahine hosted a weekend of action. And just that look on her face of assuredness, of intensity, and then just delivers a laser beam of a serve. Let's check in with Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, the rally towels are out here in the crowd now for Hawaii right now. Robin Amos-Santos talking to her hitters about hitting off the block. She's saying, hey, they recognize now that we're going to tip into out-of-system play. She wants her hitters to use the block, as similar to what we saw Noreen Iosia do just a few moments ago. On the Santa Barbara sideline, not a lot of panic. Coaches are talking to the team, telling them, we got this. This is right where we want to be. They're playing with confidence. They just need to get out of this rotation. And Hawaii right now tracking, of course, Lindsay Ruddins. They say this ball's going to go to her. We got to stop her. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Yeah, Ruddins had that stupendous performance in set 2 where she put down 13 of her now 25 kills. She has been much more human in the other sets, even though they've still been extraordinary offensively. But she, as it currently stands, has 25 kills, hitting .313, but she went monster in that second frame.
She really did, and you got to give credit to her and her teammates, but really right now it's the timing of the serving, and the serving has been critical to plummet Hawaii ahead a few points here.
5 service aces now for the Rainbow Wahine. 3 of them from Noreen Iosia. Another good pass, forces the overpass, and Amber Igidi dunks it home.
You think she plays with a little bit of emotion?
The Bayou Basher with another bashing moment.
And everybody's there with her celebrating.
21 serving 17. Iosia gets him out of system again. Here's Ruddins from well off the net, dug up by Okino. Iosia bump set to Helvig, got the fingertips and down.
The Helvig Ohana appreciates the moment.
Their front row and cheering, I'm sure they're in complete awe of this whole event.
The atmosphere here in the Stan Sheriff Center. 13 kills for Helvig. Here's Ruddens trying to quiet him, but she serves it, or sends it into the net. And came down a little awkwardly as well.
She did. It almost looked like she was cramping up a little bit in her left leg. I'm not sure if she was, but she came down a little gingerly on that.
7-0 scoring run with Yosia behind the service line. Delivers again. They go right side this time to Froley. Off balance swing. Hawaii has to chase down the second touch. Here's Helvig off the block, kept alive by Glasgow. Gauchos go to Froley on the opposite side, and she goes off the block and out. Point for UCSB.
And now it's time for the Wahine to side out, or to continue just to take care of that first contact.
And Robin Amo is going to challenge that last point. I'm not exactly sure what aspect of that play she wants to challenge, but she explains it to Wayne Lee, and he will take a look here. If it stands as a Gaucho point, that ends a 7-0 Rainbow Wahine run.
Her question has to do something about the Gauchos block. I'm not exactly sure if she's asking for a net violation or something off of the, it's something to do with the block.
All right, so Froley was off balance and sort of leaning towards the pin, so I think Robin Amo is going to see if this hit the antenna. I think that is what she is challenging. Does this hit the pin? And I don't think there's going to be anything there that will sway Wayne Lee.
It does not look like it. If that's what she's questioning.
Yeah. It is a point for UCSB. Well, the replay system has worked more in favor of the Gauchos tonight. I think that's clear.
Yeah, well, maybe it's beginner. I shouldn't say beginner's luck, but you know, sometimes it just
visitor's luck. Yeah.
Visitor's luck.
18 serving 23. Hawaii trying to force a fifth. Wagner puts the pass on the money. Igidi in the middle off the block. Pancake saved by Ruddens. No, they're going to say that it touched the floor. And so a point for Hawaii. Give the kill to Igidi. And Hawaii has aloha ball in set number 4.
And that was a perfect pass by Riley Wagner. They made her back up way deep, but she passed it nails. And Igidi annihilated that ball.
Van Sickle to serve, to send it to a fifth. Right side, Froley, blocked, Penroofed, Wagner, and Igidi. Another freshman blockade. And guess what, folks? We're going to a fifth here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Well, earlier in the match, we saw a senior for UCSB, Lindsey Ruddens, will her team to a victory in set 2. You could say the same about Hawaii's senior, Noreen Yosia, down the stretch of that 4th set.
Oh, absolutely. She got back there and from the service line almost single-handedly forced overpasses. And the Gauchos to get into so much trouble. She's got 3 service aces, but from that service line, 25 attempts from behind there, the most out of any player in tonight's match.
So Noreen Yosia entered tonight, tied for 5th on the career UH aces list. Her 3 tonight put her past Aneli Kubi-Oteneru, so she holds 5th place by herself. Next on the list, she is 9 behind, tying for 4th place, her coach, Angelica Ljungqvist.
Well, you know what? She just continues to keep climbing.
That's right, in a number of categories.
There's a lot of season left.
She's in the 1,000 dig club. Is number 12 on that list. She's in the top 10 in career assists. But most important, exactly, and made her mark tonight in that 4th set. And most importantly, getting Hawaii to this 5th frame. So the Rainbow Wahine playing a 5-set match
For the 8th time this season, 6-1 in the previous 7. UCSB 4-0 this year in 5-setters. Yosia to get things started, trying to start off where she left off. Great pass by Ruddins, but then Ijidi shuts the door on Denny Wilson.
I think actually sometimes that she might even surprise herself. Her expression, we need a highlight reel on her expression.
And she had that one smothered. 1 serving 0 here to start the 5th.
Definitely not fooled.
Yosia sends it long. And that is a moral victory right there for the Gauchos, just to get Hawaii out of that rotation with Yosia serving.
Absolutely. When they see her back there, they're on their heels when she's back there serving. Trust me. You got a jump server with the heat behind it.
Zoe Fleck with the serve. Yosia pulled off the net, goes outside to Helvig, who tools the block. That's exactly what Ryan was talking about in one of those late timeouts in the 4th.
That's right. They know that when it's not a great set or out of system that the Wahine are tipping. Coach Robin Almo said, go ahead and swing away. Use that block.
Here's Van Sickle, 2 serving 1. They go outside. Ruddins, the block hadn't formed. Dug up by Okino. Helvig will two-handed across. Chance here for the Gauchos. The swing by Froley. And that gets the point for UC Santa Barbara. Well, this Hawaii team not doing Robin Amo any favors in terms of her blood pressure. This is the 22nd 5-set match in Robin Amo's 3-year tenure as head coach.
I can't agree with you more. I'm laughing with you because it is almost painful because they continue to do this to her and themselves.
Here's Wagner, the tip shot covered by Vivao. Backside it goes to Ruddins, roll shot blocked out of piece, punched up by Wagner. Here's Helvig, tight to the net, she's blocked, rattled around, and finally down for a UCSB point.
Yeah, that's the unbroken play. The set's a little bit too tight to the net. Hawaii needs to settle down and take care of that first ball contact again.
And again, Vivao has caused trouble for Hawaii when she has been behind the service line. Ijidi in the middle, the dink, easy pickings there for Ruddins. Gets the swing on the outside, blocked out of touch. Coming the other way, it's Wagner through the double block, punched up in the air by Glasker. Here's Ruddins, the over-the-shoulder swing. Easy dig there for Okino. Ijidi in the middle is blocked. What a cover by Van Sickle. Wagner the backhand swing to keep it going. Gauchos right side, here's Rivers. Didn't get all of it, got enough of it for a UCSB point.
The wiffle ball swing, she swung as hard as she could, and I think 3 fingernails got on that ball and it dropped. Those are those broken plays every once in a while that just happen.
Hey, paintbrush kill or a smackdown laser, it all counts the same in the stat book.
It sure does. So McKenna Ross coming in now to replace Riley Wagner in the front row.
Ijidi the first touch there. Hawaii way out of system here. Here's Ross against the double block. They keep it alive, and then Rivers just somehow rolls it over. Yosia sets up Helvig through the block and down. Big time point for the Rainbow Wahine when they were all out of whack.
Huge point, and again, Helvig on that right side, hitting high and tooling, using the hands of the big UCSB blockers.
Substitution here as Tasia Farmer comes in for Kaya Rivers. 3 serving 4, and Kyra Hanawahine is back to serve. Into the net. The 5th set is not the time when you want to see those service errors.
Definitely not. She's been pretty consistent all year, going for that low floater.
The lone 5-set loss for Hawaii this season, remember this is their 8th one, was actually on this floor against UC Irvine, if you recall, back on October 4th.
Yeah, that's selective memory. We try not to recall that.
Helvig got it in cross court. Well, we're seeing Helvig catching them a little more flush here late in the match.
Definitely sparking her team. That's her 15th kill in 40 attempts. Definitely seeing the most opportunities offensively.
8th in the conference in kills. She has led Hawaii in kills 9 of the last 13 matches, in position to do that again
here this evening. 4 serving 5. It's Bailey Choi's turn. Pass by Fleck. One hand set goes to the middle. The touch shot by Ennis is dug up. Here's Ross. Her tip shot is not dug up.
And her tip shot is over the middle, not over the line, because the Gauchos play what they call man-up defense. So they release up defensively. So if you tip over the middle, the chances of it going down are a lot greater than tipping over the line.
8 kills for Ross. All of them have been big. 5 serving 5. Oh, they tried to catch Hawaii napping. Pancake save. Okino. Ross blasts it off the high hands. Gauchos the other way. Back row set goes to Ruddins off the block and down.
I'll tell you what, Ruddins hitting out of the back court again for her 20. I believe that's her 26th kill.
Look at Okino right here.
Okino's having a career night in digs, let me tell you that right now. Her most ever was 13 against UC Santa Barbara in 2018.
Yeah, she's got 22 by our count. As Yosia goes cross-court and in. Yosia makes it look so easy sometimes. I mean, you don't even need to jump. Just put it in the right spot, right?
I think she's been around the game so long, and she sees the court incredibly well that there's a little confusion there, and she sees that there's nobody over there, so she has a little cutty shot.
That's right. The old adage in baseball, right? Just hit it where they ain't.
That's right.
She put it where the Gauchos weren't. Back row set, Ruddins, block out a piece, one hand saved there by Ross. Right side, it's Yosia through the block. Dug up by Ruddins, it hit the scoreboard, and so that's a point for Hawaii. It's 7 serving 6.
McKenna Ross with the one-hand dig right on target. Unbelievable defense. She was sitting still, just like the coaching staff wants her to, and she just stuck her arm out.
Now, if that hit the scoreboard above and came back onto the Gaucho side of the net, they could have played it, but because it went across, it was a point for Hawaii. Bailey Choi sets up. Yosia will just two-hand it over, and she finds the floor. No, they will say that it is wide, and a point for UC Santa Barbara. Some hesitation from the line judge. Ultimately, Bill Forrester makes the call.
Yeah, they're just not sure. I mean, they're both looking at it, and Robin Amo asking the team, was that in or was it not? Wondering whether she should challenge. Now, the other thing, in the 5th game, you actually get an extra challenge.
That's right.
So,
and that does appear to be out. I think that's the correct call, and a good no challenge by Amo. 7 serving 7, tickles the tape, pass Okino. Middle set, Williams off the block. Right there is Fleck. Gauchos play it back. Froley through the double block and down. Oh, when you have to spy Lindsay Ruddins and keep track of wherever she is on the floor. Here comes Tallulah Froley, who's able to knock it down for a Gaucho point. They get to 8 first, and we'll swap sides here in the 5th.
that's it. Lindsay Ruddin carries the load, and then you try to slowly get other offensive hitters into your play, and it's confusing for the blocking.
All right, well, we'll take a break. Timeout on the floor. Oh, the drama at the SSC. Welcome back. Make sure you stay tuned right after the match for the Heineken post-game show. You got Scott, Dave, Ryan. They'll break down tonight's highlights with some analysis. You don't want to change the channel. Hey, we just had Halloween, but I guess we can already start looking ahead to when Santa's going to be doing the tour, right?
Oh my goodness, it's a little early.
It gets earlier and earlier. So swapping sides out of the break. The serve by Lovenberg goes long. And here is the scenario, Lisa. It has been a wild ride for both sides. It is 8 serving 8 in the 5th. It is a race to 7.
Game to 7. This is what they practice all the time, these mini games tied up.
Rico Okino serves it into the net.
And you know, that's when you're trying to not make the mistake. Just keep it in, really.
Gotta shake that one off. 9 serving 8. Glasker now to serve. Choi goes right side. You'll see against a double block. Works it to her advantage. And we're tied again.
That's a smart set. I would have set her every single time when she's in the front row, because this young lady is just so fierce as a competitor.
And what that does is it sends Noreen to the back row, behind the service line.
It's a good place to be.
Down the line it goes. Ruddins with the pass. A beautiful one. Froley off the block and out. How about Lindsay Ruddins when she needed it most? Sticks the service receive.
Unbelievable pass because it was a great serve. A lot of heat on it, but it was that setter didn't even take one step to the ball.
10 serving 9. Serve goes to Ross in the deep corner. Bump set outside. Here's Helvig over the double block and in. What a swing by the freshman Hannah Helvig.
She goes over and into the deep corner, probably the most difficult ball to defend. You can't defend that. When you go over the block and that far into the corner, look where the defense is. They're all sucked in.
Helvig going OTT for her 17th kill of the match. We're tied at 10. Outside, the dig there by Okino on the Ruddin swing. Here's Van Sickle from the back row is blocked, but the cover by Okino. Middle set, Igidi is off the mark. And it falls helplessly to the floor on the Hawaii side of the net.
You gotta love the idea of trying to run a quick transition. You know, catch the Gauchos off guard. But when it doesn't work, it's a little frustrating.
Here is Vivao to serve. Attacks Van Sickle. She sticks the pass. Outside, it's Ross through the block. It's returned onto the Hawaii side. You'll see it goes back to Rossi. Through the block and down. McKenna Ross pulverizing that nectar set.
Exactly. And you know what? Senior to senior, you know, give it to the experienced players. They're swinging away. They know what's at stake.
We're tied at 11. Having fun yet, Lisa?
This is great.
Outside Ruddins, the tip shot, sniffed out by Yosia. Hana Wahine sets up Helvig against the double block. Two-hand save Glasker, but it falls to the floor. And Hawaii jumps in front, 12-11.
I think the Helvigs are having fun.
Are you not entertained? Timeout at the SSC. Welcome back. Lindsay Ruddins leading all hitters with 26 kills and leading all swingers with 77 attempts. Hitting 273 with 14 digs. On the other side, Hannah Helvig, team high 17 kills. She's hitting 286. Hawaii up 12, serving 11, and Hana Wahine with the serve. Outside, Ruddins just pounds it down.
She was all over that ball, crushed it to the floor.
Make it 78 swings, and the 78th was emphatic.
Well, we got a game to 3.
That's right. 12 serving 12. Pass by Okino, pulls Yosia off the net. They go right side to Helvig off the fingertips of the block, chased down by Fleck. Outside, Glasker through the block, diving save Van Sickle. Yosia to Hana, dug up by Vivao. Fleck keeps it alive, centers it to Ruddins. Her roll shot, diving save Okino. Yosia to Helvig. Well, this is the 4th time out of the last 5 home matches that we have gone to a 5th set. So if you are contemplating whether or not to buy a ticket to come down and watch this team, just know there's a really good probability you will get your money's worth and more. You will get way more than your money's worth. 2 junior heart attacks along the way. Oh, man. Sweaty palms. But a thrilling ride nonetheless, whatever the outcome here. 13 serving 12, Bailey Choi with the serve, played by Ruddins. Outside, Glasker, cross court and in. She sliced it thin. And we're tied in this 5th set for the 11th time. Rowan Ennis to serve. Lofts it over, pass by Okino, it's a good one. They go middle set to Ross. Where did that come from? That was the first an X play that we've seen all season long.
And a timeout by Nicole Lantain Welsh. And I find this timeout particularly to be brilliant. The whole crowd in unison is standing up, right? They are about as pumped up, ready to just blow the lid off of this place. And she calls a timeout just to get them sitting a little bit longer.
Oh, absolutely. But I have news for you and them and everybody. They're not going to sit down. Who would sit down at this point in the match?
Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Well, after that last play, that X play with McKenna Ross coming in for the 2-set, Robin Amos Santos threw her hands up in the air. She did not expect that. The call play was made by Bailey Choi and really caught Santa Barbara off guard. The coaching staff even looked to each other and said, that wasn't in the playbook. Right now, the Santa Barbara sideline trying to talk through what they're going to do coming out of this timeout with Runnins now in the back row. Do they set her the pipe or do they set to the floor? A long conversation happening between the coaching staff to decide what they're going to do. Right now, she's leaving it up to the team, telling her setters, feel it out. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. It is aloha ball for the match. It looked as though Hawaii was going to be as efficient as ever after set one. Played maybe their best all-around match of the season at UC Santa Barbara in the first meeting, October 12th. Set one looked very similar to that. And then all of a sudden, Lindsey Ruddins asserted herself. 13 kills in set two, completely turned this thing around, flipped the script. All of a sudden it was Hawaii struggling in the passing game. It was Hawaii struggling in the serve receive and even the setting aspects of the game. But they somehow willed their way to right the ship in the fourth, and here they are in a grind out type of fifth set battle with a chance to put the finishing touches on a match that has seen Hannah Helbig log a career high in kills with 19.
It's pretty phenomenal, really, when you look at what both of these teams have done just tonight.
Cue the crowd. And cue Riley Wagner for the serve for the match. Right side, the set is dug up by Okino. Here's Van Sickle, the touch off the block and in. A roof for the Gauchos postpones the conclusion of this one.
What another great dig by Rika Okino in the right place, dug right on target. The set a little tight on that play for Brooke Van Sickle. Just too hard to work off of that block.
It is anybody's match for the taking here. And Olivia Lovenberg getting ready to serve, but not just yet. Timeout taken by Robin Amo. Well, what he's serving for the match. This one has tested, certainly, the ability of the fans to just hold it together.
Well, it's almost like testing everybody's patience, if you will. I mean, come on, really? These rallies back and forth, both coaching staffs working hard, making changes in their lineups, timeouts at appropriate times.
Noreen Yosia had that tremendous service run in the fourth. She's just a couple of kills away from a triple-double. But how about Hannah Helbig with her family in the house, goes career in kills. Remember when she was toiling in the negative numbers in hitting percentage in the first set? She's now hitting .304.
She has definitely come alive, and they've continued to set her. She's got 46 total attempts in this match. That's a lot of balls, but you know what? Across the net, Lindsey Ruddins, 80 attempts. 80.
That is wild. And she's probably not Pau yet, as it is now a race for deuce.
Yeah. You wonder exactly what they're thinking and what the coaching schemes are on their side of the net.
Remember the old days when the conference schedule was usually considered the easiest portion of the schedule for the Rainbow Wahine?
Well, what I like about this is that when it's not easy, when you do go into post-playoff, you have the opportunity to not have that letdown.
That's right. It keeps you sharp. Hawaii tested to the limit here. Tied at 14 in the fifth. Right side, Yosia off the block and out. She has an uncanny ability to do that. And they will once again rise at the SSC. And Rika Okino, who has twice served it into the net here. is back behind the line.
She has struggled, but you know what? She will be fine.
Gets it in. And how about the move there by Lovenberg? When Hawaii least expected it, pulls out the dump shot on the second touch.
Very, very gutsy at that time in the match, but what a great time to pull it out. She's only done it once earlier in the match.
Lasker now to serve. Down the line, pass Okino. Choi goes right side. Here's Yosia through the double block. Lasker the save. Ruddins will send a free ball Hawaii's way. Choi, middle to Ijiri. Hammers it home.
That's a great set selection by Bailey Choi. She kept going to Noreen Yosia, but I think you had to go to the middle at some point. Trust your middles. They've gotten you this far tonight.
Aloha ball for the third time. Noreen Yosia back to serve. Here it comes. And it's over! Hawaii wins a wild one. Yet another 5-set classic in Big West Conference play.
Unbelievable.
How fitting is it that Noreen Yosia, on her 4th service ace of the match, puts the finishing touches on a come-from-behind victory, enduring a 5-set challenge from one of the top contenders in the Big West Conference. Hawaii pulls off the season sweep against UCSB. And the reaction of Robin Amo.
She couldn't even watch her serve that ball. It was like she was saying a silent prayer.
It is jubilation, it is relief, all wound up into one. Let's check in with Scott Robbs. He's with Robin Amo.
This shows you how composed coach is. As soon as the game was called, you walked over and grabbed your sweatshirt. How did you even think of that after that kind of a match?
Because I don't want to lose it. It's the only one I got.
Talk about that match. That was a classic.
I have no words. It's a W. We came out with the win. These girls, they just love to give me a headache, and they always fight. They fight to the end. So good job on their part.
And Noreen Yosia, I mean, she's going to go down as one of the greatest, I think, Rainbow Wahine. We saw her once again. You're down 2-1. Put the team on her back and carry you to victory.
It's Noreen. What can I say?
Amazing.
Yep, amazing.
All right, we'll talk to you again Sunday.
Bye.
All right, guys, back over to you.
After a while, you just start running out of things to say about all of these 5-set thrillers. Noreen Yosia, magnificent again, as you will see here as we bring you the Bank of Hawaii players of the match. Lindsay Ruddins, 27 kills on 80 swings, Lisa. Hitting 275 with 14 digs, 3 blocks, and an ace. And Noreen Yosia, 1 kill away from another triple-double, 33 assists, 16 digs, and 4 service aces. Both of these players, both seniors, both going down as a couple of the best in their respective programs' histories, both willing their teams at different stretches of this match to make it this kind of thriller of a night.
And both incredible, classy athletes that just show so much character and so much fight.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. In just a couple of evenings from now, Hawaii will host Cal Poly. They're now the team that sits alone atop the Big West Conference standings. They swept the Rainbow Wahine in California when they last met. So buckle up. It could be another wild one on Sunday. For Lisa Strand-Ma'a, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Don't forget about the Heineken postgame show. For now, aloha from the Stan Sheriff Center.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post-Game Show.
And there you see the Helvig family in attendance. They were on the road last week, make the John over to Hawaii to take in their daughter Hana, who came away with a team high 19 kills, a career high. She joins us now in the corner. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
We talked to you right at the beginning of the season. This was all so new to you, but now it seems like you have a pretty good understanding of like how good UCSB is and the opponents, and talk about what it was like out there.
It was so much fun. I think we definitely turned it around. We had a few some downs, but we turned it around, and everyone was we were fighting so hard, and everyone wanted to win, and that's when we played the best. So. And
it appeared that you got stronger as the match went along. I mean, you hit over 300 tonight, which is excellent.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of wondering about the transition from the left side to the right side. I mean, what do you prefer? Because when you play the right, you don't have to pass. When you play the left, you're in the rotation all the time. So, I mean, what's your feeling about your position on this team?
Yeah, for me, I think it's definitely nice to be a right side because I can focus more on my attacking and my blocking, which takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. So that's nice. And then tonight, I felt like I was just better at the right side. I hit better, and yeah, I don't know. It's from time to time.
What was it like, as we see some fans not joining us, and we'll mention them? What is it like to have these people stand? First of all, why don't you introduce who's behind us right now?
Introduce your family.
So this is my dad, Anders.
Hello, Anders.
Yeah. Then my sister, Agnes. She's
Hello,
14.
Agnes.
And then my mother, Charlotte.
What was it like having them in the crowd tonight, and really on the mainland as well?
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, they sat really close to the court, so I could see them all the time, and the big sign or towel or whatever that is. So yeah, super fun.
Hana, have you told them that UH's colors are green, and that this is not the Swedish University of Hawaii?
Yeah, I think they know that, but they refuse to wear green, I guess.
Let me ask you, Mom, real quickly. What has it been like? Last week we saw you on TV on the mainland. You're here in Hawaii. What's it been like for you guys to take her in?
Oh, this is so great to be here, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. And this tonight with the crowd and everything, it's really great to be here.
Is Agnes an up-and-coming volleyball player as well?
Yeah, why not? Hopefully.
Sign her now. So that's going to be fun, though, knowing that your family is here and
for sure,
just that comfortability, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looking forward to on Sunday's matchup, Cal Poly, a team that beat you on the road in 3. What is sort of the adjustments that you guys have to make to ensure that that's not the same outcome that happens on Sunday?
Yeah, I think we just got kind of shocked last time, and everything just flew by super quick, and we were done. And so I think we have to just get in there from the beginning, playing our best game. Just like we ended the last set, if we start like that, we're going to win.
Dave, we'll let you have the last question.
What do you think you're going to start on Sunday? Would you play the right, or are you going to play the left? What are your prediction? What's your prediction?
I don't know. Coach Rob does whatever she wants. She does what's best for the team. And but right now, I feel like I play better on the right side, so that might be a benefit for the team.
Right, left, middle, who cares? As long as you're out there, you're doing a great job. No. Congratulations tonight on the 19 kills and the win over UCSB. So our special guest, there you see the Helvigs as well as Hana here as Hawaii downs UCSB in 5. We'll take a break, come back, and have some thoughts here from the corner.